video ended, I was just saying, people are always writing, why don't you take off your shirt more, or something, or that I look good skinny, or I don't know. I don't really look that good skinny. I mean, that's something else. No one really looks, I mean, you can be too big or too skinny. It's mainly just about being healthy. I don't like to be real skinny. There's definitely some people too skinny. But this is what my stomach. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. I've shown more than my stomach. I've gone too far with it. Or what I show. I mean, I don't think anybody has ever gone as far as that. But that was partly just, like, I didn't know what was going on. I mean, it's not like I really care. At the same time, I probably wouldn't do that again. Or, I mean, I don't care about being new, but, like, just the level I went to. And I'm not just, like, nude everywhere, you know what I mean? Or, like, I'm pretty, discretionist. That's not a word. I'm, like, I keep my clothes on most of the time. But sometimes I just get bored, or like, what was that word I was using earlier? I just want to liberate myself. Or something, I don't know. But I definitely took it too far. Anyways, I get sick of taking my shirt off or whatever. I mean, sometimes it's fun, or like, I don't care. Especially when I've been drinking or whatever, like Valentine's Day. That I didn't even, that I have been drinking too much or something for a couple days. And I didn't even realize how bad I didn't look like super bad, but I looked bad. Or like, not a good bad, or bad. Or I mean, it wasn't like real bad, just, anyways, I'm kidding. Is that all I was saying? Oh, I was also talking about, like, my life being, it would be cool if it would be on camera or something, or, like, just different stuff I go and do, even when I'm not really doing much. I mean, it would be more interesting when I'm doing stuff, because I kind of do crazy stuff sometimes. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Or, like, you know what I mean, I just feel a need to be adventurous or active, or just sometimes overboard or a little bit crazy. But usually it's just, I need to be wild, or not wild, well, wild is good, but sometimes it's just I need to do something. But actually, I have thought my life is on camera. Or, like, sometimes even since I've been doing this movie, but even more used to. Or not, I didn't used to think that, but there were a couple of times where I was like, what if it was? Or I would ask people at school or something, you know, come up. And that wasn't the only crazy theory. See, that's the thing. Sometimes I'm insightful, but sometimes my insightfulness is too crazy. That it's not really insightful, it's more crazy. If you know what I'm saying, like, there's things I think about that are too crazy. I mean, they're insightful in a way because we don't really know. Or do you know what I mean? It's like questions that don't have answers, or like there's no way you could prove, or they're just like in that crazy area that is just kind of doesn't, it's like, you know what I mean? Oh, and a good movie that kind of shows what I'm talking about. Have you ever seen The Truman Show with Jim Carrey? I don't think I mean, you know what I mean? There's all these crazy things that we just can't really, and there's more, things that aren't quite that crazy, but we still can't really answer them. Or do you know what I mean? It's like, we don't really know. Sometimes we get into thinking there's more to it. But then I say things that are like insightful or anyone could understand or relate to, you know what I mean? I mean, I think. Anyway, I got to sleep. But I definitely get carried away sometimes with whatever I'm doing, whether I'm doing something that can get out of control or just crazy, or saying something, or you know what I mean, it's just everything. But it makes my life more interesting. I mean, my life is boring right now, but no matter how boring or how messed up my life gets, I always have to, I mean, I'll fall into just pretty much being nothing, or do you know what I mean, just kind of being a vegetable that just lays and sleeps and eats. But even though I'll fall into that and start to get used to it, I don't like being that way. I have to stay active, or I just feel awful and depressed and everything. So I have to do something even when I'm doing nothing. You know, even when my life is just kind of doesn't really have anything going on. I have to find something to do, even if it's not really anything, but it's like, not what maybe most people would consider fun, but as long as it's active, I like it. I mean, not everything, but you know what I mean, most active things I'm gonna like, whether it's sports, exercising, or just something physical. That's why I'm never gonna get stuck behind the desk. I mean, if I go to school, I might be sitting at a desk, but I'm saying, well, even that, I want to stay active, or, you know, I don't want. That's one thing I don't like about school. I mean, there's other things, but that's the biggest thing, is I hate sitting. I mean, I like to sit sometimes, but when you sit too much, it just